Hi everybody, my name is Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. I am in a little bit of a different filming location. I'm actually in my son's room today. I have a 2-year-old son and his name is Sandro, but he goes by Sandro for short. And I wanted to talk about some of the books that we enjoy reading together with my son. And so I have a very big pile of books here, and I don't exactly know how long it'll take me to get through these. So we'll see how many I get through. But I thought it would be fun to do a video about books that we kind of repeatedly pick up, things that grab his interest, and things that I enjoy reading to him as well. Just a fun video looking at picture books. Picture books are truly one of life's most underrated joys. They are just so charming, and I wasn't really interested in children's literature until I had a kid, so totally understand if you're in that boat too. So if this is not your thing, that's okay. But it's become something that I just love doing. I love picking up books for my son. I love buying new picture books for my son. And well, let's just jump into it. So I'm going to start with one for the fall season. And this one is just super precious. It's so precious. It's You're My Little Pumpkin Pie. And it is all fall themed, mostly for Halloween. So it's a good Halloween book, but just really, really cute illustrations. A little bit of texture popping up here. He really likes it. He likes all the different figures. He likes the ghosts. It's just really cute with like a parent animal and then a baby animal together. And yeah, it's just really precious and very fun for fall. So that's the first one. The next one is one that he actually hasn't picked up in a while, but he used to really love this book because each page is a different song. So I have The Wheels on the Bus, and then actually it's different nursery rhymes and nursery songs. But I also really like the artwork in this. I just think the animals are really kind of cute, and I just like the very simple kind of blockiness to the art. I don't know how to talk about art because I'm not an artist. But it also has some texture that they can trace with their fingers, and like circles and places that they can explore. So he really likes that one. And next up is one that I think I might like a little more than he does because it's a little bit wordy. It has a lot of words, but it's How Do You Say Goodnight? How Do You Say Goodnight by Cindy Jin. I haven't been saying the author, sorry. And it's basically saying goodnight in different languages across the world. So it goes through some different countries and the way that you say goodnight, which is kind of cool because there are some languages in here that like I'm not familiar with at all. Like it has Swahili on this page. Arabic as well, which is it's really interesting, especially if you're not familiar with some of these. And then some other like European ones, like Germany has some Korean in here. And so yeah, I just think it's a neat little book. How Do You Say Goodnight? I cannot remember the title of that one. Next up I have If Animals Kissed Goodnight, which is also, I think, the ones that are my favorite that we read together. Like the artwork is just so cute and very pastel. I really like those ones. And my son really loves the animals. He loves animals in books more than anything. It's getting up there with like trucks, but he really, really, really loves animals, and he'll just like name all the animals that he sees. Speaking of animals, this is one that I got from a coworker a long time ago. This is Meet the Marching Smithereens, and it's really fun. It's really, really fun. And the illustrations, they're just so animated. It's basically like an animal marching band, and it teaches the kids all the different instruments as well. And so it talks about the different instruments in the marching band And it has some very like outlandish illustrations. There's trombones, and then it goes through like each instrument family, and it's just really fun. Just really fun. My son likes making the instrument sounds as we read each one, so we'll make the instrument sounds, and then he also like, he can't quite figure out what the animals are in this one, and so he'll be like, what is that, what is that, because they're kind of like, I don't know, half human, half animal, so sometimes he can't figure out what they are. So he gets a little confused by this one. But yeah, it's just really fun. It goes through different instruments and the animals playing them, and the illustrations are really fun. So Meet the Marching Smithereens. I think it's an older book by Anne Hayes, illustrated by Karen Thompson. Speaking of music, I also have this one, which is pretty neat. M is for Music, Instruments Around the World. And I learned about instruments that I never knew about by flipping through this. And then also there's just a lot for them to see on these illustrations. It's very busy, so super busy pictures with just a lot of little details that they can pick out. But there's things like D is for didgeridoo, E is for electric guitar, F is for flugelhorn. There's some really different ones in here. Hurdy-gurdy, kazoo and laser harp. Just some very fascinating instruments. So yeah, that's a really fun one. M is for Music. I found this also in like the cutest children's bookstore that is in the city next to my city where I live. And it's like a specifically children's bookstore only, and it's just the most charming place. So it's really fun to go in there and spend too much money. So I got that book there. We also, of course, love texture books such as Never Touch a Dinosaur, which is spiky, and it's not like actually spiky, but it's like soft rubber spiky. And so, of course, he loves touching everything, all the different pop-up textures and the rubber and anything with something that feels a little different. He loves those kinds of books. Very cute. And of course, Never Touch a Dinosaur. So every page is about like, don't touch it. And of course the kids want to touch it, right? And then in that same series, there's a bunch in that series, but we also have Never Touch the Dirty Diggers, which is trucks. So he likes this one a lot. I'm not as big of a fan of this one because I find this one a little bit too busy. I just feel like it kind of, like certain pages on this one kind of hurt my brain, like this one. I don't know. For some reason, there's something about the art style and this one being too busy. I don't mind the busyness on the music one, but I don't know what my issue is with this one. Maybe because it's not as symmetrical, it's a little bit more chaotic. Like this one. There's just like a lot of things going on. This one. But he likes it, so yeah, he really likes it. There's this little series called the I'm Up books, I guess that's what they're called. But we have two. We have I'm Up and then I'm Still Up. And they're really cute. They're about a child who won't go to bed. Or this one is about the child rising with the sun and all the different things that he does and all the different things he sees, like a bird and nature and all of that. There's some humor for the parents in these too, where like the parents are really sleepy and the baby is not. I actually had to stop filming for a second because my husband called me. So I'm sorry if anything changed on the camera or the angle. I think something might have changed. So yeah, anyways, sorry for that abrupt interruption. But yeah, so these are pretty cute, and there's some humor in them for the grown-ups. And something weird about this one actually that I don't know if I love it, but like every animal or everything in this book has the same like spiky hair as the kid. It's kind of weird. I don't love that. Like the moon has these spikes like he has on his hair. I'm not sure why. That's like a weird, it's just like a weird art choice. But whatever. It's still cute. It's still a very cute book. A little more simplistic art style though. Okay, where should we go next? Go into monkeys. So of course the classic 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed, which he can now recite. And so he'll like open the book and he will read it to you, which I think is really fun because he knows the rhyme pretty well. And that's the joy of some of those more repetitive ones that have verses and rhymes, is that kids can remember them and then they can read the book to you. I think it's like a colored pencil kind of art style, which is kind of neat. So yeah, 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. If you know, you know. He also loves Grumpy Monkey. Grumpy Monkey by Suzanne Lang. And he's so cute when he reads this book because he also likes to make this face. So Sandro will try to make this face and it's adorable. And then he'll be like, Grumpy Monkey. And it cracks me up every single time he does that. But it's a little bit more of like a zany art style, as you can see. The animals they're a little bit more like grotesque, I guess would be the word. They have some like very exaggerated features on the animal. They're very cartoony, maybe not grotesque. That has a negative quality to it, but they're a little bit more cartoony in this one. But yeah, Grumpy Monkey he loves. I personally love these 2. I love the escargot books. We have 2 of them, but I think there's more than that. I would like to get the other ones, or at least there's one more. There's one called A Book for Escargot, which looks like he's maybe in a library or something, and I'm like, oh, why don't I have that one? I need that one. But escargot is so cute. This is the Valentine's Day one, and then this is like the original one. But escargot is just this cute snail, and he talks to the reader about how nobody picks the snail as their favorite animal, and he kind of tries to convince you that he should be your favorite animal. And then he goes through some different adventures. He meets a salad. He's traveling to a salad at the end of the book, and croutons with a light vinaigrette and carrots. And so you'll have to read the book to find out what happens with the carrots. But escargot is just the best. I love the Valentine's one day too, because he meets some friends and he gets a Valentine. Very, very, very sweet. And let's see. We do have some books in Spanish that are partly in Spanish, partly in English, such as Sonrisas for a baby. And sonrisas means smiles. And so I really like these ones where there's English text and Spanish text, so they can kind of like build their vocabulary. And this one repeats the same kind of sentence. We say sonrisas, amigo, sonrisas. Obviously, I have a terrible Spanish accent. I'm not really making an effort to try. But he meets different creatures and gives them smiles. And so we learn some Spanish vocabulary in that one. Next up, I really like the Spot books. They're really cute. And we only have one right now. We have Spot Loves His Mommy, which is just really precious. Spot doing different activities with Mom, like making breakfast and helping with the shopping, and then Mom giving him a Band-Aid. The Spot books are really cute, and I really like the art as well. This one was one of the first picture books I think we ever got, and that was Sheep in a Jeep. And it rhymes, lots of rhymes having to do with Jeep and sheep. And it's also got this colored pencil kind of style. And it rhymes. And so he likes it. It is a little bit, it doesn't always hold his attention because it uses the same few colors. And a lot of the panels are, like, they just all look kind of similar to each other. So he's not exactly, like, old enough to figure out the story and, like, to follow the differences. He just can see, sort of. It looks like mostly the same, I don't know, 4 or 5 colors are used on every page. But it's about some sheep who drive a Jeep and they get into some trouble. I also wanted to shout out these indestructible books. It's we have a bunch of them, but they're made of some kind of like cloth material where like as hard as I try, I can't tear it. So it's good if you have like little kids who are gonna like bite it or drool on it or try to tear it. Sandro's pretty good about not tearing books, but sometimes he does. I have to watch him more and more now. As he gets older, he's a little bit rough with them. But this was great for like when he was a newborn baby. And he could just grab it and wrinkle it and whatever, and they're basically indestructible. So I think they can also get wet and they survive pretty well. But this one is about different foods, orange foods, yellow foods. So different foods that they're learning about and hopefully eating healthy foods. He eats some of these things, but not all. So yeah, we really like those. There's a whole series. We have a couple of them. Next up is Little Owl Snow, which is just so cute. I love the owl and how big his eyes are in comparison to the rest of his body. And then the other animals, they have a kind of similar style. Everybody has pretty big eyes. A nice cute winter book with animals. And it's about the owl experiencing his first winter. And of course we come to snow, and then his friends are hibernating, just trying to figure out why. And yeah, it's just really cute. I love the little owl. Since we're on the topic of birds, let's also look at Little Penguin Gets the Hiccups. This one is actually kind of annoying to read to your kids if you are the adult reading it to them, because it has like little interruptions where you have to like hiccup. And so sometimes in the dialogue it's a little bit obnoxious, to be honest, because every 5 seconds you have to go like hic hic. And so it's a little bit challenging to read out loud, and there's also a lot of text. So my son's not exactly like, he doesn't have patience for the text. He mostly just wants to flip through really quickly, but he does like this part where they try to scare him so that his hiccups will go away. And so he goes 1, 2, 3, boo. And so he likes saying boo, and it's trying to scare the penguin. He enjoys that. So my son likes this one more than I do, because I find it a little bit grating to read out loud, because I have to hiccup all the time. Slightly challenging. We've also started to pick up some of these books where you have the buttons. So this one is What Do You Say, Little Blue Truck? So you get to different pages, and then you'll have like a picture, and they're supposed to click on it, click on the button. And this one is farm animals too. So all the different farm animal sounds, which he loves. His favorite thing is making animal sounds. Speaking of animals, also touchy ones, touchy-feely ones. And this one's really soft. This monkey is so soft. I know you can't feel it, but he is so soft. And then some of these are a little more different texture. Like this one's more velvet. That one's more fuzzy. This one's like softer. Oh my gosh, that one's so soft. That's the softest one yet. And yeah, the art is pretty cute in here too. Very fun and playful. Very playful art style. So yeah, that is Don't Tickle the Monkey. Oh yeah, and I didn't mention if you press it, each animal makes a different sound, of course. Speaking of animals, loves this one. Learn about animals, and it has different flaps. I think the art in this is really fun, and the animals are really cute. They're just drawn to be very cute. They have really cute little faces. And then there's different animal facts. We never really get to read all of the animal facts because there's a lot of text. Again, he's just not in an age where he cares for me to read the text to him. It's all about the pictures. It's all about the pictures and the animals. That one's pretty cute. That one was gifted to us, so I'm not sure where we got this one, but it was a present from, I think, Julio's aunt. Big pictures with animals are this series, and these are really big, so I have to like kind of sit back a little bit. These are the pretty book series, And I think it'd be fun to get some more of these, but there's lots of different themes. This one's dinosaurs, and it's very hard to read to your child because it has like the scientific names for the dinosaurs. So it really tests your ability to pronounce things. Some of these are pretty wild. Yeah. Like a Yingshanosaurus, or a Leptoceratops, or a whatever that is. If you can pronounce that for me, you win at life, I guess. Quetzalcoatlus, maybe? Not sure. That's my best guess. So yeah, that's kind of fun to learn like the actual full names of some of these dinosaurs. Because there were a lot in there that I had never heard of. So that's kind of fun. Ooh, my dogs are kind of about to knock over my tripod. Hello, Bailey. Hello. Okay. Do we need to be all up in my face right now? Do we need to? Do we need to be? I have to hold the tripod. I'm so sorry. Hi. I know you're very sweet. You are a sweet puppy. Okay. We're going to try to continue. Let's see what happens. The Leaf Thief. So this is one that I think I like more than Sandro does because it's so pretty. And it's also fall themed, about a squirrel and his adventures with some leaves. There's more text on here than my son can handle. But that's okay. It's pretty cute. Very cute, very pretty, very vibrant, vivid colors. I like the colors on this one, like the fall colors. Speaking of colors, I love this one. This one I think I got for free at like maybe a used bookstore or something. This is, we call it Hey Fishy, but that's not actually the title. It's Hey. It just, Hey, A Colorful Mystery by Kate Reed. Love the art in this, so pretty. Lots of rainbow colors and bright sea creatures. I'm gonna flip to the end actually, because I think the ending is the coolest page with the colors. Give you an example. There's the last page of the story. So pretty neat. Very pretty book. Pretty colors. We're coming down to the last few. There's one that I didn't pull out. I might pull it out real quick. Classic Brown Bear. We actually have a couple others in this series. One even with buttons that you push. And so he really likes that one too. But he like almost memorized this. He knows which animals are gonna come up one after the other. So this is one that I know I read a lot when I was a kindergartner, and I even remember doing like an art project with Brown Bear. So that is a nostalgic one for me too. One that he's destroyed because he loved it so much, The Babies and the Doggies book. The Babies and Doggies book by John and Molly. And the pictures in this are just too much to handle. It's too much cuteness. I cannot handle it. Babies and puppies together. And they're so cute. Just the photography work in this is fantastic. They're so cute. So cute. Yeah, we love that one. We actually love it so much that we ripped it. And so we don't have the last couple pages. That's the end of the book right now. Oh well. What can you do? Goodnight Gorilla is a well-loved book also. We've read it a lot. It was brand new when we bought it, and now it's seen some use. But all about a sneaky gorilla who releases the other animals out of the zoo. It's a jailbreak. Breaking them out. Very cute. Love that one. Okay. Also a classic, but we have it in Spanish. So The Very Hungry Caterpillar but we have it all in Spanish. I wish it was part Spanish, part English, and like half and half, but alas, it is all in Spanish. That's okay. I just make Julio read him this one because I could read it to him, but my pronunciation, like, I don't want him to learn the bad pronunciation that I have. So we let Dad read him that one. Maybe I'll get a copy in English also. And then a true favorite, The Pout Pout Fish by Deborah Deason, pictures by Dan Hanna. And The Pout Pout Fish is a true legend. And there's a lot of repetition in this one, so something that the toddler can participate in. He likes to say blub, blub, blub. And then like every page, every time we come back to the same verse, it's like, I'm a pout pout fish with a pout pout face, and I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. Blub, blub, blub. And so anything with repetition, he loves because he can predict it. He can say it with you. I'm going to pull out one more book that I forgot about. And I kicked the tripod again, so I'm sorry. The camera angles in this video are horrendous. Like, how many times have we changed? I don't know. I'm just going to show you one more because it's one of my personal favorites. And it's also partly in English and Spanish. I Am a Bunny. And the reason I love this one is because of the art. It's so, so cute and also very classic. I feel like it's got a very classic art style. It's probably an older book, I'm thinking. Got a very older classic style. But we have the same text in English and then in Spanish, I can't talk, which I love. But we have the same text in English and then again in Spanish, which I love when I have books that do that. Because then I can learn the Spanish too. But yeah, I love the artwork in this. I just want to show you the whole book, basically. The butterflies, the birds. Not just look so nice and tranquil and like you want to jump into the picture. This book makes me want to jump in with him. The raindrops. It goes through different seasons, as you could probably tell. Dandelions, leaves. Another really pretty fall drawing there. Oh no, he threw this one in the bathtub, so I don't know if we can get to the last few pages. They're kind of stuck together. I was so sad when he threw it in the bathtub. I was like, no. Maybe I'll have to get him another version that's not quite so beat up. Love that one. That's so cute. So cute. And then the end. So precious. Oh, and the back. Actually, I think Sandro likes the back the best because he likes to look at the bugs. And then he'll go, what is that? What is that? And he'll make me tell him which bug is which. He'll make me label them all. Okay, I think that's plenty for one day. We have more books and I could keep going, but this video would be an hour long. So I hope you enjoyed that. Just something fun that I thought I would share with you. Just some books that me and my toddler enjoyed together. So let me know if you're familiar with any of these or if you have a special book that you would like to recommend to Sandro that you think I should pick up for him. And thank you for watching this video today. I have different links in the description if you want to follow me anywhere else. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to subscribe so that you can catch any other content that I post. And I think that's it for me today. Keep reading great books, and until next time, bye-bye.